I mean, they're like the postman, aren't they? They, you know, Scianca's won it 3 times here, standout performer, always just puts 100%. And some of those 2 waves I think he caught. I mean, no wonder he was doing some deep breaths on the beach, just to be able to go through that and that physical pain, the mental sort of anguish as well, and come out the other side, you could tell he was ready for another one.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just, you know, we really underlined this, and, you know, these are all athletes at the top of their game, and I mean, the preparation that comes to this day. This could be Nic putting Clem.
It looks like
they're going.
Pink. Yeah, it's like Clem.
See that acceleration? He let go already.
He's
wonderful.
I might get you to talk us through this show. Oh, he's almost fell at the top, and I'll tell you what, that could have been absolutely disastrous if you're going to fall. And we saw some action here. J.Dupont, so she is going on her backhand. A big wave, and then she starts to fade right. She's trying to work out which way she's going to go. This wave is arcing up. She's S-turning, waiting for it to kind of break. This is a long time to go out, and she just comes around the corner, sees a bit of a wave, and then she sees it closing out and kicks out with a big aerial. So, I mean, that wave was tricky.
That was a lot of control, wasn't it, man? Damn.
She's so strong, isn't she? And so makes few mistakes, rarely falls. One of the most experienced athletes out here, showing all their experience there and kicking out at the right time.
That was beautiful surfing. This opportunity, and I think that just transpires, but the risk and just the amount, the intensity that he went through, it's just like...
And so
this looks like a backup from Clement.
So Clement up and riding on that one, gets down that one. Can he escape the Niagara Falls? He does. Incredible footage, and he's out and he likes it. He's calling Nic von Rupp to come over. Clement has a background in foiling and kite surfing, which a few other surfers do, but he timed this to perfection, Zhao.
Beautiful. Gosh, that was so deep. You know, he really disappeared in that foam. And yeah, he's happy with that, absolutely. Manage all that speed. Wow, she's a showman herself. That's no doubt.
Back to Scianca too. If you would just...
You can see the amount, I think sometimes the second heat might have a bit of an advantage. You can see the amount of activity, and you know, they kind of let the first heat get the nerves out of the way collectively. Oh, here we go. Okay. This looks like Rafael R.Tapia and P.Rollet.
So we've got, Tapia on, and that's Rollet on his backhand.
Yeah.
He's just hanging on for dear life. Got a nice open face, trying to get a completion under his belt early.
And that was a good string of rides right away. So this is Rafael, so he's just kind of looking, so going deeper. He accelerates, and then that's Pierre on his own. So he started angling, you know, towards the shoulder a little bit. And I mean, again, it's just like he wants to get that first ride. He wants to make a completion and not get too deep. Clement's wave, you could tell that it was more risk involved. He was a bit deeper. Yeah, that was his glance seeing, okay, how close am I to the white water? And this is sometimes always a difficult thing.
Get on, you know, what would they bring each to the party in terms of their dynamic?
I think, you know, like the beauty of Nic is that he really does cherish his private life. So I think, you know, his public persona of the Von Froth, it's real, it's part, but he's able to shift gears. Wow,
shifting gears to Clement Rosa, that's his partner. So he shifted gears.
Look at that speed.
He's put Clement into a really nice wave, and he surfed it with style. That's the thing about this guy. He's got a real natural ease when you watch him surf.
Maybe 2-3 meters to get to safety. So she went from a critical place. Here goes Clement. So smooth, so stylish. It's like nothing's happening. And then he just goes into turbo mode right there. Wow. So that's him just leaving. He just let himself be in that total apex. So here he goes, way from behind. This, for what he's seeing, anyone normal would have thought, oh, I'm too deep. I messed it up. But that's exactly where we wanted to be. Yeah, you can see the joy, the relief. You know.
They just swapped over, so that's an interesting dynamic. Also see that tonight, Justine
and Eric
on the second peak.
Wow.
So she just airs her arms using leverage.
That's a massive
wave. Big wave. Classic Dupont, just picking the eyes out of this lineup.
So deep. Wow, look at her just getting to that shoulder. She's an absolute performer. Look at that beautiful line. And Eric's tracking her, so that's him just staying, listening to what the spotter's telling. she's going. So he knows that she's still up and going, and so he keeps tracking the wave so that he's as close as possible.
In the middle, and here he goes. Talk us through it, Joe, because that
there he goes. Dropped off. She let go. Eric goes flying off the side, and she just, you know, chooses that line. She really let it go to the absolute limit, and then was able to just huff it, you know, just kind of give it those extra impulses to get to the shoulder. If she didn't change her direction, she would have just been smashed by that moving whitewater. That was an incredible ride. That was beautiful.
Yellow shaped Dylan Nazaré model, Dylan Longbottom from Australia, who's shaping a lot of these boards. You can see you mentioned that arm leverage. What's all that about?
Yeah.
Hey, where you put your arms, it's almost like directing you, like
It's directing, and it's a pendulum, right? So if you're able to use them in flow with what your lower body's doing, then it just gives you that extra little kind of torque and propulsion. And so,
and also,
what a flurry of waves. Yeah. This is Rafael, pushing it. Yep. Pushed it a little bit deeper. Rafael's a very experienced surfer. He's spent a lot of seasons here. This looks like more of just a little warm-up wave. Just kind of feeling the board. Wave behind. Yeah. I think he might have pushed just a little too deep. It's difficult to read the wave. So when he let go, this is what's difficult. It was like he needed to accelerate right off when he let go. And so I think there's a little bit of a delay when he let go of the rope, and so that's difficult. Wow.
And this is Nic von Rupp on a wave we didn't see, so this is a replay as well. And Nic, again, good timing, good.
It's an iconic angle, isn't it?
That yellow border, he always is quiet.
Carve.
And he's carving through the foam with that inside section. He loves those little lefts next to the cliff.
There's no doubt about that. No, and Clement's quiet, but he's also an absolute showman. So, yeah, I think look how fast Eric's going out of the screen. So what does he want to do? He wants to see everything that Justine's doing straight on. So if she goes down, they might have agreed. She might even been saying, I want to push it even more. So see how he's actually coming almost from forward. So he's anticipating where she's going to go. Really interesting, kind of slightly different whip-in.
In live action, so this is Nic von Rupp just looking at it. Is he going to fade back into it? If he does, it's going to be a giant wave. He's waiting for it. He looks calm and composed. He's flying down that line. That's a well-read line. Can he get away from this outstanding foam explosion? And no man can. No human can survive that and stay on your feet.
See how deep he pushed it. So that looks like a simple fade, but the wave just gets bigger and bigger. He tried to pump, but that was beautiful. That was full commitment. Yeah, you can see the crowd just reacting.
Hands on heads, the crowd. They're like, what are you doing?
What just happened?
How? Yeah. How can you do this
fade?
Stuff? Yeah, the fade. As you see, we just picked it right in the critical section and hung on and survived, came out, the completion. So, yeah, the Team Pink.
Unbelievable. Your normal shortboard. Here goes Eric. Justine's on a rampage
again on
Eric.
Another big wave. So she's got some foam. That foam is no good.
But she still carves through it. That's just a testament. She's just not intimidated by anything. An advantage per se, but it's just like they're more in rhythm, it seems. There's just more opportunities. This looks like two. Eric, obviously, his experience and his rhythm is just like absolutely, the gold standard. He's the black belt. He's, put many surfers on XXL winning waves and, world records. So his knowledge of the break at Nazaré and just slabs and waves all around the world. Again, he just has this perfect...
Here she goes, Dupont with priority. She's just nailing these big left-handers. She's got a game plan. She's sticking to it, just dragging that arm that Zhao mentioned as her leverage points. She's arcing through that foam.
Look at these carves. That's a lot of commitment. That looks like just a kind of a check turn, but at that speed, it's oof.
And it's so much more difficult. Why is it more difficult on that when the foam's on the face? You see some clean waves have got a green clean face and some have that white. What's the difference there, and why does it make it more difficult, Zhao?
It's like a 2-foot wave that you could catch in a beach rake,
Yeah, and here she goes. So you can see that foam there we're talking about from the wave before, so it just adds a whole heap of danger. But she's just carving through it like it's a big, massive off-piece. She's just gone... ducked the rope, taken on a 100-foot mountain. Yeah. And she's still actually playing with it a little bit down there, sort of just doing a few little airdrops.
No, the confidence, I mean, again, on a whitewater, like that's normally it's kind of a bit red alert, and she's just like still, she saw the wall, she enjoyed it, and she went for it. Yeah, carving.
So there's
This looks
P.Rollet, just not really, I mean, it's a big wave, still just a little bit choppy, not really breaking. He needed something, just getting through all that foam. You can see the sets so sort of coming in all the time that there's not a whole lot of clear water at the moment. Classic Sanch there, and another big wave. That looks like Justine Dupont again. So interesting there. Sanch was cool. He looked like sort of like, he could be like a 17th century kind of French pirate, couldn't he? Just but one of those good ones, you know. He goes around, steals the gold and the treasure, but gives it away to the people that need it.
A medieval warrior, yeah. That's actually cool.
Yeah, well, when he's out in that
ski, yeah, you need a helmet. I mean, recommended.
Yeah, she's helmeted and she's just so talented, so committed. But I think that was in 2012, 13. She came down, had a look at it. She wanted to surf. They didn't think she was quite ready. Next year she started paddling, getting ready. Okay, and a wave out
deep.
the back. That is a deep wave.
Oh, wow.
It's bumpy.
Way from behind. That's Nic.
That's Von
What a
Rupp,
Nic.
is it?
And he's
hard to see. If you can tell the speed, you can see that he's going to make that section with ease. Just gets blasted, comes out.
That, you know, the surfers have to know how to drive, rescue, do all of that.
Last wave for Nic von Rupp. So this is caught
a bit of a victory lap, isn't it, for this round?
Yeah, he's just feeling it. You can see that board S turning. He's looking confident. Does start to double up and get bigger. There's a classic sort of,
he's going for a
little barrel stance
in.
almost.
Wow.
You could tell, and he saw it right in the pocket.
So this is going to be, you know, it's going to really, you know, the second round is going to be really, really decisive. All of the big calls are going to come.
Yeah, at the moment they're both, you know, top around the 44, 45 point mark.